This is Joe Rosemerick, and in this video we're going to tie up a finesse worm harness, such as this right here, with two hooks for primarily bass fishing, but general game fish. The first thing you're going to do is tie up a snelled 2-hook harness. If you need to see how to do that, there's a video on my channel. The hooks you use are going to matter. Now this here, I try and go as small as possible so I'm not protruding out of this bait as much, just for weedlessness. So these are little small sickle hooks. What you want to avoid is something with a long shank, like this Aberdeen hook, just because that hook is going to make that much of your worm not move, and it takes away the point of having a finesse worm. Another thing to look for, if you can, use a bait holder hook. You can see there's these barbs on the back side of the hook. That's going to keep the plastic from sliding backwards down the hook once it's rigged up. So, we take our 2-hook harness. We're going to start at the back and work our way to the front. Take your worm, feed it onto your hook just like you would a live worm on a live bait rig, or most of the rigs that I've shown on this channel. And you kind of got to do this on little inchworm style. Push at the bottom, push at the top. And the key thing here is to watch your hook point. Keep that hook point in the center of the plastic, because if that starts getting off to one side, then you got a wonky looking plastic. And then what's going to happen is your line is actually going to run right through the center of your plastic, so it's not going to take away from anything visually on your presentation when you're actually out fishing with this rig. Now this does take a little bit of time. This is definitely something you want to have tied up, ready to go. It's not necessarily something you're going to want to do on the water if you can avoid doing so. So if you go out and get a 5-6 pack of plastics, just tie up 2 or 3 of them to have ready to go for when you're out on the water. You can see I just keep push a little at the bottom, pull a little bit at the top. Another trick you can do is once you get past the eye of the first hook here, you can just go ahead and nose hook this second hook in then, and then use that as a lever to pull the rest of the worm forward as you go. So get kind of jammed up on the point of that one, hold the hook and pull, and then you get a little bit more jammed up on the back one and pull. Big thing is you can't pull very hard, or you're going to pull the tip of the back hook out. And you want to try and keep that dead center as much as possible. Keep everything in the plastic so that you don't see anything in the water. Okay. So, come on. We get that all the way down, that hook point exposed, and there we go. We have a 2-hook finesse worm all harnessed up, ready to go finesse fishing. It's just like so. And this, you can see how nice and floppy this worm still is. It still has all of its finesse characteristics. So when you have finicky, light biting fish, if you're in a high pressure fishery. You know, you're coming in the day after a tournament, you're going out on a holiday weekend, you're going, someplace where there's just a lot of angling pressure. Going to finesse techniques will help you get more fish in the boat. So here you go. Here's your final bit. Now, I have this leader line coming up to here. Do several things. You can either put a cork float to help keep this off the bottom. You could go and Carolina rig this and inject a little air into your worm to go in to make this float. And at the end of your line, either just tie on a surgeon's loop or tie on a small swivel to go into attach to your main line. If there are any questions on how to do that, there's videos on my channel. And I evidently can't tie a knot today. So there you go. We just got a little surgeon's loop in the end of this. Take our clippers and trim the end of this. And then just a little short, maybe 18-inch leader back to our finesse worm 2-hook harness. So that's it. Hopefully we'll have a video of this on the water up shortly, and best of luck to you.